What's up guys, my name's Joy, and so recently SkillUp made a video on Warframe. He did a review on Warframe actually. And so I've recently seen a streamer in Division player known as Like Butter come back to Warframe and want to play it and all this, mumbo jumbo bullshit. But he was completely clueless, he had no idea what to do. So, here are the first 5 things you should know about Warframe. Pay attention because this is the most important thing if you're going to get into the game, okay? Like, if you don't know this stuff, you're going to be confused. So, during Like Butter's stream, plenty of veterans come in, they offer their help. Guy pays no attention. Now, I'm not faulting Butter, if he wants to learn it on his own, so be it, that's fine. It'll take him longer, he'll get frustrated, he'll probably quit the game. But if you want to play Warframe, and you want to start completely free, no paying, no spending money, no nothing, you want to play the game free, which you can do, by the way. It just takes longer and more, time and dedication, then you can do that. But I really strongly suggest that you take these 5 steps to heart when starting this game. So when you start the game, you get a tutorial. The tutorial mission will allow you to pick pick one Warframe from a choice of 3. So you get to choose either Volt, Mag, or Excalibur. Excalibur is like the sword, he's a melee frame. Mag is more of like a magician type frame with polarities and magnetize and stuff, those types of abilities. And then Volt is obviously electricity. Every frame is different in the abilities it can do, and they all do different stuff. Over the course of your tutorial, the game teaches you how to use weapons, how to aim, how to shoot, what melee weapons are, what all this, guns are, secondary, primary, the list goes on. But it does not teach you the core values. So the first thing I'm going to talk about in Warframe that you should know probably that's the biggest thing. In fact, it's probably the biggest thing in Warframe because it makes your Warframe stronger. It makes you more powerful. It makes you godlike. And if you don't upgrade these things, you will essentially die every 5 minutes to higher level content. Yes, you will die a lot in this game if you do not do these steps. And the first one is mods. Mods are very important. So in order to upgrade mods, you're going to, over the course of your introduction quest line, right, you are finding parts for your ship. And your ship has all these parts that are missing, one of them being the mod station. Once you unlock the mod station, you can then upgrade your mods. Well, how do you upgrade mods, Joy? Well, you get this resource called Endo. Endo used to be what we call fusion cores in the old school days of Warframe. They took fusion cores out and they replaced it with Endo. Endo is essentially like a free drop that drops off enemies. It looks like a crystal globe that just drops on the ground. It looks like a silver, ball that drops on the ground from a slain enemy or whatever. And that will be some Endo. In order to upgrade mods, you need to go to the mod station, click on Fusion, and upgrade the mod using the Endo. Make sure you have enough. The resources that, the amount of Endo and the amount of credits will be on the right side, and it will tell you how much it's going to cost you on the upgrade. Once you've upgraded a mod, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, the baubles, or the little bubbles under the mod will be blue. Basically indicating that you have upgraded the mod. The second step, so that's all I'm going to get into with mods right now, is how to upgrade, because this is a guide for newer players. So for now, it's just upgrading your mods. So you click a mod, you put it in Fusion, you tap R1 or the plus sign if you're on PC, you click the plus sign, and you make sure you have enough resources if that's the mod you want to upgrade, and you do it that way. Gold mods are obviously better than silver. Some silver mods are good though, like Serration, which increases the base damage of a weapon, primary, like an assault rifle or something. Hornet Strike, I think, is for pistols, and then there's melee ones as well. But you have to make sure those baubles under the mods are blue to indicate that they have been upgraded, and you need to approve it if that's the mod that you want to upgrade, and you have the resources to do so. Second step we're going to talk about is crafting. Crafting is very important in Warframe. So If you're playing Warframe just to play one frame all the time, this is probably not the game for you. Warframe is a game strongly emphasizing new game types like, creativity. Use different frames, different guns, use different, modifications on different frames. That's what they give you all this shit for to begin with. They want you to try everything, and they want your playstyle to be different. Now, sure, you don't have to play every frame religiously. The idea is to level the frames you don't want to play. So the frames that you might not be interested in, like let's say you like one frame more than the other, you're going to level all the other frames to 30 and never touch them again. You can do that. 30 is the base level in the game for weapons, frames, and everything. Once you hit 30, you get all the XP for your mastery rank. So basically, in Warframe, to reach the highest mastery rank, which we'll go into, again, we'll get into that in another video. To get to the highest mastery rank, though, you need to level everything up in the game at least once to the max rank of 30. Okay? Now, once you do that, you could totally go back to the frame that you want to play religiously and farm on that frame until your eyes bleed out, if that's what you want to do. The second thing we're going to talk about, again, is with crafting, is the fact that, again, if you get a part for a frame, and again, if you just set your sights on one frame in the game early on, like if you're just starting the Warframe and you just want to play one character the entire time, again, this is probably not the game for you. Now, once you become the highest mastery rank in the game, you become a veteran of the game, you have 1,000 hours logged or more, then you could probably do that. But until then, you get the most out of Warframe by playing a bunch of different things, not just one character all the time. So, crafting, make lots of weapons. Also, I show in the crafting section of the video some prime weapons and what they require, and that's the same for Warframes as well. Warframes require a chassis, neuroptics, systems, and the blueprint in order to craft. That's 4 items you need to make a Warframe. That's also 4 items you need to make a weapon. So when I say a weapon, and I'll try to explain this, basically you need 4 items to make a weapon. So think of it this way. If you were making a gun in Battlefield, but you didn't just get a gun by leveling up, let's say Battlefield actually made you craft a weapon like Warframe, you would need the barrel, the stock, the magazine, and the iron sight or whatever, okay? But in Warframe, it's a little different. It's the barrel, it's the stock, it's the receiver for some weapons, and it's the blueprint. And the blueprint is basically a base component for a lot of the crafting from weapons to Warframe. So like if you want to craft a Warframe, let's say, you need the Warframe that you want to craft, you need the blueprint for that Warframe, you need the neuroptics, the chassis, and the systems. All those, as a free player, will take each individual part. So if I wanted to craft, like, let's say, neuroptics, it takes 12 hours. If I wanted to craft the chassis, that's 12 hours. If I wanted to craft the systems, that's 12 hours. And then once I have all 3 of those crafted, I can combine them with the blueprint, and that will take another 72 hours. So Warframe as a free-to-play player is a very, very long grind. You're going to be waiting. This isn't a game that I would go hardcore into. I would say this is a game that's really good if you are out and about during the day and you want to queue up some stuff, and then you come back and, the shit's done baking in the microwave type of game. That's kind of what it is as a free player. Now, you could always speed this process up by paying money, but if we're going to get into step 3, it's going to be the fucking in-game store. It's the biggest ripoff ever. In fact, during the store gameplay that I show in my video here for step 3, I showed that you can buy blueprints. Blueprints you can buy with credits in the game, and you can use those blueprints in the materials you gather while playing the game. Free, right? You can use those resources to craft a gun. Again, it'll take 12 hours to craft, but the guns in the store under the blueprints page do allow you to do that. And some Warframe blueprints are also in the store as well, which you can pay credits for, but again, you still need the neuros, the chassis, and the systems in order to craft it. So even if you buy a Warframe blueprint from the store, in Warframe, you still have to farm the boss that drops those parts. This can be found on the Warframe wiki, and I highly suggest you check it out. So if you played World of Warcraft and you use like Mr. Robot or Wowhead or whatever, this is no strange task to you. Use the Warframe wiki to find out information about Warframe. It will really, really help you out a lot. Now, the other thing I show off is the Codex. The Codex is your quest tracker. And as you can see in my number 4, the Codex will show you what the requirements are, the mastery rank, what kind of quest you need to have completed before you can do another quest, and so on. So the first quest for newer players will be you need to be mastery rank 2, and you need to have the Mars junction completed. Every junction in the game, once you complete it, will unlock a new planet. It used to be bosses before, now they're not that much of a big deal. I mean, you still need to farm bosses if you want Warframes and the parts for them, but junctions help you unlock new planets, and they also grant you some rewards as well, which are really nice. So get the junctions done as quickly as possible. So in order to complete the Mars junction, you might have to go to Mercury or somewhere else, and to do that, you need to play Venus for a bit. You can hook up the planets as well by doing quests like on Earth that link to the Venus, junction and beyond, and you can go to Venus and quest there. And you can do the same, which I'll do in another video. I'll cover that. But the Codex basically allows you to accept your quest if you meet the requirements, and to also see what requirements you're missing should you be missing those. And that's basically my 4-step guide to Warframe currently. I will put out another guide for newer players looking into getting into the game, or who may be confused about the game at a later time. Maybe some other time this week I'll put up another video explaining the star chart and the mapping system and how that works. If you like this video, please thumbs up, share it with these popular streamers and YouTubers who, God forbid, don't know what they're doing. I really wish they would watch this and kind of take into consideration the free advice that's there for them, because it's really important if you're trying to get into the game. So the next video, I'll get into mastery rank. I'll get into the star chart and all that stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and the helpful tips that I provided, again, thumbs up, share it, send it to your mom, send it to your grandma. Anyways, guys, my name is Joy. Have a good week. It's Monday. I know it sucks. And I will put out another guides video later on this week. Take care.